haven't talked to you since the spring, since entered the portal, obviously. Just what was that experience like for you and coming back, and what's this offseason been like for you?
Um, Honestly, the whole situation, a lot of personal things going on. I'm glad to be back. I'm focused on the season. Like you said, the off season was a big time for me. Had to get a lot. I had a lot of things to improve on, as far as like my body, technique, things like that. So we focused pretty hard on those things, and man, it's been paying off. I've been noticing a lot of things. Everyone's been saying the same thing, but big thing for me was the off season and that transition time to now has been pretty big for me.
How influential is Coach Bates and kind of helping you go through that, and also planning out your offseason, like you said?
Yeah, man. Even last year, like I kind of knew what the expectations were. We had sat down, talked over things, and we really got a physical plan as far as what I need to improve on the run game. Focus on my pass rush a little bit too, and then as far as like just body weight and increasing mass, things like that. So it's harder to move me off the ball. So things like that, it's real. It was real to have that perspective and that goal of I needed to attack and attack it daily. And so during the workouts with Smitty, we're doing extra things. And after the lifts, after the runs, staying extra, just doing the little extra things that paid off for me. So those things, remind me,
The last year, how much did just your relationship with Jaden and how much success he had early kind of keep you in line and spur you on to know that you guys can do it together this year?
Yeah, man, Jay's he's a hell of a player. A good ball player, very knowledgeable. Just having that person, someone close to me, be able to pick game from him. Still little ticks and trips. It's very a blessing to have. And so even our whole D-line room, Don Williams, Grayson Halton, all the guys, we all can sit together. Nitpick each other, learn from each other. And it's all love. It's no bickering or anything like that when it comes to critiquing each other and learning or taking any game from one another.
Brent talked a lot about Dominic's just maturation, becoming a bigger leader within the interior group this year. What's that been like to kind of see up close?
I'm glad you asked that, man. Dom is a phenomenal person. He helped push me, daily in those workouts with Smitty, those runs. It could get tough, Dom, I'm telling him, I'm right here with you, man. I'm right here with you. We're at the front, out there leading, running at the front of every run. Man, it's like 320, and he's stride for stride with me. So it's like having him right there really kept me going and gave me like a perspective for something to aim for and compete with,
In turn, Dom said you've grown as kind of a vocal leader on this group too. Is that also part of your maturation of spurring this thing forward, saying I got to take a bigger role on the field, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Last year we have a leadership club, and so I got to sit in those meetings a little bit last year, but this year was a big time for me, to fully step up and be that person for our D-tackle room and our defense, So having Dom as like an older brother and Grayson Halton, guys like that to lean on and get advice from, and also be held accountable from those people, something big for me. And they do it, daily. They always they're on me about everything. So they always tell me they see something in me that I don't see in myself. But it's just having that like an older brother there to keep you on track is definitely needed.
Look back on just being thrown in there. Sorry if you've already been asked this, but just the experience, knowing what it's going to take every Saturday. How much did that help?
It really helped a lot going into this year, knowing what we're going to see every week in SEC. Doing it when I was young, when I was a freshman, just getting thrown in the fire really helped.
Is it right now just building on that confidence that you took from the bowl game, like Parker was talking about?
Yeah, really just building on top of everything, getting better connection with John, working with offseason with all of our new wide receivers. So it's really just keeping our confidence throughout the whole season.
It seems like John just has come in and kind of transformed this offensive side of the football, at least from the stuff that we hear.
Yeah.
What is it about him that is so easy to, just ingratiate himself to everybody?
Just the type of player he is, the energy he brings to the whole team, all the explosive plays that he can make, all the throws he makes, just making everybody better around him.
Have you felt the competitiveness day in and day out in practice? Is it different this year for the offense? Feels like there's a lot more confidence on that side of football right now.
Yeah, it's way different than when we were a year ago. Just building with John, everybody coming in, everybody has a different mindset just to attack everything. And we just all have one goal.
That's a deep cornerback group and a talented one. How those guys challenge you on the practice field so far this fall?
It's been crazy. We've been going at it back and forth. You know, they have their days, we have our days, where we just make each other better. You know, we talk to them in the locker room, see what they see with the wide receivers of how we sell stuff or what we need to work on.
You got the size, obviously 6'6". That's one thing nobody can take away from you. But in addition to that, just kind of building out a more diversified skill set at wide receiver. What was your main focus this offseason, just in terms of sharpening your game?
Just playing faster. You know, I got a big size and people don't think I can really move as much. So just working on being more explosive, getting faster, working on my route details, and just playing with more confidence than I was as a freshman.
Having been a freshman, having seen the field the way you did last year, what can you say about the way that Elijah Thomas and Manny Choice have come in and attacked the opportunity?
They come in looking really good. Elijah's been coming in. He's like the most athletic person I've ever seen. He's a freak. So just seeing him come in and just attack everything, trying to teach him what we know, make him better, try to see if he can help this wide receiver room. And Manny too. Manny's very similar to me. We both big bodies. We both move. So just me trying to be a big brother to him and make him better.
Who specifically in the cornerback room has really challenged you and really forced you to make sure you're sharp?
I'll say it's really two people. Cortland came in as a freshman. He's been really good throughout all fall camp. And Day, both him and Cortland, they've both been really good this whole all fall camp, just challenging me, trying to make me better.
As you guys get started for game prep, obviously Illinois State top of mind. Is there any thought on Michigan early?
Yeah, there's always just thought, you know, on the whole schedule. So just taking it 1 week at a time.
Michael Versuzi, he's been doing a great job. Who else? For Betsy, been doing a great job as well. Really, the whole defensive line. The offensive line been doing better. Compared to the spring and compared to now, they've been doing a great job. You know, with just catching on to tendencies that the defensive line may do, or just like how we line up. They've been doing a great job with this. Sound like with hand placement and just kind of like seeing our pre-snap moves and everything. They've been doing a great job with that.
You mentioned Fabechi. I think last night Coach Venables said that he's been the most consistent offensive lineman. Just what have you seen, going up against him when he's in there?
Yeah. So going up against him, he has like a great, great punches and everything. He does great with his hands, and he's a big body. So he can move great for like his size and everything. And I think he's gonna do great this upcoming season with with the high defensive line that we're gonna play against. It's not gonna be easy, but I think he's gonna be prepared for it. He's got a lot better since the spring. Over some workouts, he put the work in, and his time's gonna come.
Our Mason talked a little bit about how hard it's been to stop the offense this offseason. In your words, how tough has it been stopping John Mateer, this offense led by Ben Arbuckle?
It's been kind of, it's been kind of difficult. We got like John Mateer, he's been a hard factor. He's really like he's that guy. Just about you get in front of him. You kind of make the tackles. Just how elusive he is. He plays very fluidly and everything. So it's definitely hard to get him down for sure.
Thanks, Trent.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been really good. Everybody's been working. Today was a little bit hot, but it's been good. Everybody, at least from the linebacker position, has been healthy, and it's been really good so far. So a lot of competition.
Have you gotten used to you've been through this before. Is there just a comfort level kind of going through another fall camp for you?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I always go to fall camp pretty nervous just because everything's on the line for me. And like I said, linebacker group is really, really solid this year. So there's been a lot of competition, a lot of good competition. So, for me, I'm relaxed and I've been through it, but I always come pretty nervous to every practice just because I know that at any given point someone's going to make a play and I need that to be me. So
I think everybody saw the video last week of you getting a scholarship from Baker and Emily. What did that, mean to you to get that?
That was actually Jacob Snyder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Right. No.
What's it been like getting to know Coach Dry a little bit?
Oh, he's been a great addition to the staff. He's really slowed the game down. We've had a couple linebacker coaches throughout the years, and Coach Dry by far has been taking the most time with each and every one of us, just making sure that we're getting the little details down. And it's helped the linebacker group as a whole play fast. So he's been a great addition and somebody that you really want to work hard for every day because he's got your back and we all got his now. So it's been really good.
when you lose a guy in the linebacker room as big as Danny Stutzman, but how have you seen the rest of the guys in that room, kind of maybe step up or fill that role?
Great question. Dan, it was weird for a little bit. Danny was not only a leader for the linebackers, he was a leader for the whole team, and somebody that when stuff wasn't going right, you could look to him to kind of lead the way. And I think this year in this team, it's been a little bit different just from the fact that it's not one guy like Danny. The whole linebacker group, it's so competitive right now that we've got guys leading from every position. Like Kendall Daniels, Kobe McKenzie, Kip obviously is a leader, and everybody leads in their own way. And it's just given a kind of a great overall leadership to the team to where you're not looking just to one guy for when you need that leadership. You've got a couple guys you can look to, so it's been really, really good.
You mentioned Kendall. Just over the last few months, what has stood out to you the most about him?
Oh, he's so versatile. We've been playing him at every position, and he could play any position he wanted to. He could put his hand in the dirt, and he would be just fine just because of that athlete and the competitor that he is. He brings such a range to the defense that it's hard to match. So he's going to be a really, really, really key part of our defense this year, and it could be at a number of positions. So
your guy has a big role in special teams. Just how have you seen that phase with Coach Deacon kind of come along his second year here?
Yeah, Coach Deacon's great. He's another coach that's just easy to want to work hard for him because he's got your back and he's wants the best for each and every one of you, and he's one of those coaches that he'll give you your shot regardless of your name or your status. He gives you a shot based on effort. So it's been really, really good. You've seen multiple people that didn't have as big of a role on special teams and maybe might not have a bigger role on offense or defense, and they've just been really able to shine through special teams. And oftentimes, like for me, that leads to a bigger role on the defense. And so Deke is just one of those guys that he knows how to motivate you, and he's also great schematically to where we can be pretty multiple on special teams and give people a lot of different looks. So it's going to be great.
Have you noticed any younger guys that stand out in that area really making a name for themselves on special teams?
Yeah. I've always said it, and I think it's part of the reason I've had a good amount of success at special teams is it's all effort. So the guys that come out there and, use special teams as kind of a period to break, those are the guys that you don't see as much on tape, but people like Jeremiah Newcomb, Michael Boganowski, Cortland Guillory, they've all been just grinding on special teams, and they're showing up on tape because of just the effort that they put in each and every play. So.
How's fall camp been for you so far?
Well, fall camp's been pretty good. Honestly, I've been enjoying it, just a great amount of work, getting experience with everybody. This is my first year really getting to make an impact on our team. So I think just going along with how fall camp is going, improvement every day, that's within our whole group. So I really like fall camp this year.
What is that feeling like to finally believe you're going to have a chance to make that type of impact?
It definitely feels good. It's just like one of them things where it's like football, we all love football. So being able to play and really getting the experience and like knowing that I'm going to have an impact on the team, get to help contribute to what we're going to do this season is like, it's big time. It's a feeling that you get to feel like since when you're a kid, like going back to your roots, I'm finna play ball again. Like just that brings out that competitor in you.
You've had to battle through a couple of injuries and things to get here. How's camp gone for you, and how do you feel like you're totally healthy and ready to go?
Definitely. Definitely battled from a few injuries, but that's football. Life happens. I grew from it, learned from it. Just really getting to understand and learn my body really helped with that. So going off like what you say, I had a few hiccups there, but I'm fully healthy now, really ready to go get after it, feel better than ever.
This group, Markus, it's supposed to be one of the best groups in the country. How do you feel about that?
We don't really listen to the outside opinion, but we're going to put in work daily just to see how it goes. But I do believe in my heart that we are one of the best defensive line groups in this country. Just really seeing how these guys put in work day in and day out. We got leaders of the room, guys that's really learning, still picking up. Is like the gap from when I was a freshman to the freshman we have now, like Trent Wilson. It's milestones. It's night and day. Them guys, like he came in, learned quick. Then we got older guys in the room, Dom and Grayson. They set the standard for us every day. Then you got guys like Jaden and Stone. They came in ready with their head down, ready to work. You can't ask for more than that. Them guys are ready to work, ready to go get out there every day. So
you mentioned Dom. What's the biggest difference you've seen in him?
Flip switch. He's always been a great leader, but it's just like when a guy really like flips that switch in his mind, like I want to go do this, I want to go be exactly who I say I am. So it's like you kind of see the difference between that mentality that he wants. Like, okay, this year's the year for me. This is my last year. I'm definitely going to end it being a vocal leader, not even just vocal, just by actions, doing everything, whatever it takes, just to be like, okay, they're going to know my name this year when it comes to the draft.
Was that something that you saw pretty quickly after getting back from, after the bowl and regrouping as a team, or when did you start seeing that come?
I mean, you could really see the flashes before the season even ended last year. Like, just a guy he's going to stand out. But like now that, okay, you got your guys, Danny Stutzman and Billy Bowman out of the room, it's like those are our leaders that we really looked up to last year. I mean, obviously Dom was one of those guys too, but having everybody else in there and then he has to step into that role, he did it amazingly. As soon as it happened, the transition was going on, he knew what he had to do, he came in ready to work for it, and he set the tone.
A lot of people have been saying David Stone's poised for a breakout this year. What's been so different about his offseason compared to in the past?
Different animal, like you say. Like, it's just how it comes in. He come in with a mentality ready to work. Guys up there with coach every day, watching film, extra film, asking questions just to really understand the game, so he can play faster, play harder, know really what's going on. You know, his football knowledge is going up through the roof. Like, things like that, just you can see like, okay, yeah, now the game's starting to slow down for him again, and it's just like, okay, yeah, when I see this now on the field, a breakout season definitely coming his way.
Marcus, how do you feel like the transition's going for Nigel, moving from defensive end to defensive tackle?
Nigel, I mean, just like football in general, you know, going from a position is tough, but he picked it up fast. Like, going from one position, defensive end, and going into the tackle, he knows a lot about like our position, like just having D-line knowledge in general. But the switch that he's had is just like, okay, I see it, you're smart, you're learning. Now it's just getting those reps, and he's really understanding what he's going to do, working his body, and things like that. He got a really good understanding for it pretty fast, honestly.
In this defense, how much do you feel like the defensive line can set the tone really for the whole unit?
Oh, I mean, that's the game starts up front. That's just what we preach to. That's what we know. That's our standard up here. So once the game starts, D-line got to set the tone immediately. We're going to go out there and strike first, and that's striking back. I'm telling you, like, D-line got to go out there and set the tone for the game early and be ready.
How much of a difference is there to play over the nose like some do and play the 3 technique like some do? How much of a difference is there?
To us, it's really no difference. We're going to go down there and play ball. D-line is dirty trench work, so you just got to do what you got to do to get the job done. So we don't really see a difference in it, but we know we're going to get our job done to the best ability.
Do you not run into more people inside, or?
I mean, it's really all the same up front. Like, I see the 3, if I'm a 3 tech, I see the guard. We see 3 up here. So I see the guard, the center, the tackle, maybe extra tight end here and there, but we don't really get shaken up by that. We enjoy what we see, so we still play the game like that.
What's it been like having Brent Venables call it defense again and just running that group overall?
Hey, I mean, Coach V, he's a defensive guru. He's a defensive mastermind as well, so it's like knowing what he has in store is like, okay, I see what he wants to do here. You start to learn, like, I mean, his scheme is definitely crazy, but you start learning, like, okay, I see why you want to call this here. Like, it just builds your overall football IQ for the game. So I love, like, him being our play caller is just like, I never have to worry. Like, I remember I had my freshman year, I'll never forget it. It was like a second and long, maybe something like that, second, third and long. And he dialed up, called timeout, and he was like, no, they're finna run the screen here. And he called a perfect play up, and it was just like, okay, yeah, I see what he's about. Like, I know exactly what BV wants to do with his defense and how it works. So you trust a man like that every time.
Remember what game that was?
I want to say it was UCF. I definitely want to say it was UCF game, but it was crazy, honestly. Like, me being me, I was like, my freshman year, I didn't really see a lot, but I was like, just being in the pile or being in the huddle, like, okay, like, I'm really breaking down everything that they got going. So it helps you understand what's going on.
Marcus, obviously, first game is against Illinois State, and a lot of people are going to go ho-hum Illinois State. But you had a couple sacks last year in the season opener against Temple. So how much have you been stressing, especially to the younger guys, that, hey, these opportunities that you're going to get in the early season games, they do matter?
Nah, they definitely do matter. You take one opponent at the same time or one opponent at a time. So it's like we're not looking past Illinois State. Illinois State is our main priority. So it's like, okay, when you get in there, if you get your opportunity, make the best of it. It's not taken for granted, because that's something to get your name out there. Like, that for me kind of helped me, like, really open up open up how they view me here. So it's like that play, they knew that I wasn't going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to be soft with my opportunity. Like, I'm going to make the best of it and really see, like, what they really want from me. Like, so they know that they have a player within me. They have a guy that they can look toward or fall back on.